Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here, and last one you can probably figure out his name. If you can't, it's Venus. Probably my least favorite of these guys to battle. And my least favorite stage. I like the music though. But yeah, we have these bubble enemies, and you can kind of tell which ones are going to drop out on you and which ones are not. So that's always a neat little feature. Here especially. Let's bust out the new weapon. Because it destroys those in one shot. Which that's always nice. And we have these. That worked out way better than what I was planning. And we have this crab who will put you in a bubble and try to take you into spikes. So that's a neat idea for an enemy. I must say I do like the use of some of these enemies. And we have these waterfalls, these very, very deadly waterfalls. If you touch them, you'll be instantly swept away into the abyss below. If you get caught in a bubble, just keep blasting at it until you're freed. So I like this mechanic as well. It adds a neat little unique challenge. Oh, that was a real one. I want the P-chips. So we still have much more stuff to buy. Oh, this hippos. These are fun to fight. You can also get quite a lot of items from those hippos too, as you can see. I believe that's our halfway mark. And now we have owls that work kind of like those guys from Mega Man 2. I'm gonna try and get those. Those are mini E-tanks. We have to collect 4 of them, and then they turn into a full-sized E-tank. Which those are also dangerous to get. If you're standing on the edge of that, where the waterfall comes down, you will be swept away. And no, I will not demonstrate that. And we have hippos to deal with a waterfall, so I like combining those two things there. Oh, hi. Those hornets are always annoying to deal with. Oh, and there you saw our grab and repeated attack on that. And I believe this is the final room. Now this room, if you're standing like on the smaller bubbles, or in between the larger bubbles, you'll get a small bounce when you jump. If you're standing on the larger ones, well, those will send you really flying. So, something to be mindful of, because there are spikes on the ceiling. Well, okay, I think we're close to the end now. And now we have the combination of these guys. You know what? We're going to use our powerful Mars Missile. I'm still going to call it the Mars Missile. Although, the waterfall has not disappeared. And I still don't want to be swept away. I believe you can just slide over these. Yes. Slide or a small hop. Hornet, you're a problem. Make sure you're on the large bubble and you jump under. Hornet, you're a problem. And you can still slide on these. Oh, Mars Missile, you're failing me. Whoa. So yeah, really fun and kind of tricky place to get to. And this is tons of waterfalls. And those platforms are, again, not safe. Okay, that's not a fake one. That's a fake one. I believe... I don't remember what the weakness of this guy is, if it's Mars or Neptune, so let's waste both of our weapons. And we have another owl. Actually, I'll use Mercury. Oh. Oh, for a second I thought I wasn't going to make that jump. And now we're at the end. Let's use Tango. Oh, you have to charge up to use Tango, and that's what Tango does, just kinda bounces all over the place and uses weapons energy. I'm gonna test your weakness first. And this is Venus, who is very much weak to the Mars missile. And the salt water. Well, salt water maybe not as much. Definitely weak to the Mars missile and being punched in the face. So yeah, we have little harmful bubbles following us. And bubbles that can remain in the air. Either way, you can shoot both of the bubbles. For some reason, as a kid, I always had a problem fighting Venus. I'd always get at least one death battling him. It's just the bubbles. The bubbles, man. And for that, we'll get the Bubble Bomb. Actually, we get a really neat weapon. It's a very powerful bubble bomb. Oh, it is called the Bubble Bomb. And we also get Rush Coil, which that might have been useful to have before going to Mars. So, might be worth it to go here earlier. And now we'll go to the stage select, and now the stage with Terra is open. So let's go to that. And I like this music. I like this atmosphere here. There's a wall in our way, so how do we fix that? By punching it in the face. And we're also approaching one of my favorite bosses of this game, and I'm not pressing anything right now. This is the game kind of doing this on its own, so it's a nice little scene. If you haven't figured it out, we don't have an actual stage here. So it was nice to have a scene like this, rather than a typical just, hey, you just take the character and walk through. And there's Terra. And we're not going to be battling Terra here. Dark Moon. We're battling Dark Moon, which is, wait for it, my favorite iteration of the Black Devil, and you'll see why in a moment. I like that the bricks are going completely off the screen. It gives you lots of space for dodging rather than getting more and more cramped. So that's a well done design, and I love this. I love how the top bricks are flying down and bouncing off the ground from this point on. It just adds a nice touch, because otherwise you'd never have to try and dodge those. So very well designed on that part, and our grab attack is useful against this guy. So yeah, I always like that nice little touch. So yeah, a couple things I like about this version of the Black Devil. It's also a bit easier. The foot stomp there kind of interrupted my jump, so that's why Wasn't able to get that jump off before the punching him in the eye. Have I mentioned I like this boss battle music? Too early there. Overall, I'm not sure what he's weak to because I normally just stick with the Mega Buster. There we go. And he explodes, but he's still kind of there, and then his blocks just kind of disintegrate, so that's a neat way of being taken out. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite fights from this game. And now, welcome back, Mega Man! I've been panicking. Just discovered some shocking news. The Star Droids have been using the resources from Earth to create an even more powerful generation of robots. If they launch an all-out attack now, we'll be easily defeated. I'm not sure what to do.
Dr. Light, we need to strike now. If you can transform Rush for space travel, we can try a surprise attack and wipe them out.
Okay. I'll start modifying Rush and give him some extra firepower. This may take some time, so why don't you go exchange your P-chips for items? Select the item you want. Good luck, Mega Man. And Rush is conveniently ready to go, even though I haven't done anything yet. And I like this scene too, where we have cutscenes that kind of carry on the plot of this game. It's a very nice touch, and I believe this is all some other Mega Man games need for plot-wise. Just have a little scene like that in between some of the stages. And so, well, you can probably guess what these guys are named after. They're named after planets. We've got Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, and you're not a planet anymore, so you don't really count. But we'll get into these next time.